हरि ओम। हरि ओम। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। We will do all the different stotrams. So take page 13. ॐ गजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननम् अहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तम् उपास्महे। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षकम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। We will sing the Ganesha Pancharatnam. मुदाकरात् मोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनार्यकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम्। न तेतरातिभीकरं न बोधितार्कभास्वरम् न मत्सुरादिनिर्जरं न ताधिकापदुर्धरम् सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरम्। समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं दरेतरोदरं वरं वरेव वक्रमक्षरम् कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृतां नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् अकिञ्चनातिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोतिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारिगर्वचर्वणम् प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणम् निकान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्तहीनमन्तराय कृन्तनम् हृदन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिनां तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम् गणेश पञ्चरत्नमादरेण योऽन्वहम् प्रजल्पति प्रभातके हृदि स्मरन् गणेश्वरम् अरोगतामदोषतां सुसाहितीं सुपुत्रतां समाहितायुरष्टभूतिमभ्युपैति सोचिरात् समाहितायुरष्टभूतिमभ्युपैति सोचिरात्. So we have seen 4 verses of this. Today we will see the last verse, Pancharatnam. So what does this say? This is like nice tongue twister. Nitanta kanta danta kante manta kanta katmaja. So Nitanta kanta. Continuously one whose tusks are shining. Danta kanti. Danta is the tusks. Ganpati Bhagwan's right tusk is actually broken. ये मूर्ति में हमारा उल्टा है. ये हमारे लेफ्टी गणेश जी. लेफ्ट टस्क करके लिखा उन्होंने, सो लेफ्टी गणेश जी लगता है. Generally his right tusk will be broken. So his tusks are shining, radiant, effulgent. So Nitanta means continuously. Kanta is shining. Danta Kanti is the shine of the tusks. So his tusks are also continuously shining. His form is also very resplendent. Nitanta Kanta Danta Kantim. Very unique is that form that Ganeshji has, where the tusks are, it will come Ekadantam, that time we will take up. But other forms don't have tusk. Ganeshji's form has a tusk. Shivji, Parvati ji, or even Vishnu Bhagwan, Brahma ji, none of them. Ganeshji's form has a unique aspect, which is the tusk, and elephants love their tusks. So, Nitanta Kanta Danta Kantim, Antakantaka Atmajam. Antaka means Yama. Antaka of Antaka means Kaun. Antaka means Yama. The Antaka of Antaka means Yama of Yama. Means who? It's simple. No. Shivji, finally. मृत्युंजय भगवान. हवन हवन सब किया आपने, पूरा स्टोरी भी सुना. मृत्युंजय भगवान, he is the one who is beyond death. Kalagni Kalaya, Kalagni Rudraya, all that we say, no? So he is Antaka of Antaka. And Shivji, so Antaka Antaka is Shivji, and Atmaja. The word there is Antaka Antaka Atmaja, Antaka Antaka Atmajam. the son of the Antaka of Antaka. Meaning if Shivji is he is immortal, Mrityunjaya, and his son is Ganeshji, Antakantak Atmajam. You see, Shivji's all children, very unique if you will see. Shivji's all children are born out of any non-physical contact. Parvati ji creates the body of Ganesha with her sandalwood and all that. Same way, Kartikeya is also born like that. The stage of Shivji goes into the Ganga and then it flows, and then the Kritikas, they bring him up, all that. And then Narmada ji, born from the Tandav of Shivji. All the children of Shivji are like that. So, Antak Antak Atmajam, Shivji's child is Ganeshji. Now, though he is Shivji's child in that sense, that is a connection, Puranic reference, connection, etc. is there. But who is he? He is immortal, pure consciousness. That's why Antakantaka Atmaja. Shivji himself is immortal. And you know, the Upanishads say that the father is born as the son, it's as the child. Today we know, the reproduction wise, we know half the genes come from the father and half come from the mother. And so the son specifically is born through the father. In the sense what? The X and Y chromosome. So the Y chromosome comes from the father only. And do you know Y chromosome is in danger? After a few million years, if you reincarnate here, you will find only females here. You will also be born only as a female. Because that Y chromosome is getting endangered and it may become extinct. Biologically, that is what is the research. You can go do the Google research and Google search and find out. Y chromosome is in threat. And the Varna, the Gotra system that we have is to protect that Y chromosome. Otherwise, how do you know which is the lineage? That's why that Gotra system is unbroken Gotra system. One will know because that's the Y chromosome. Because X chromosome will come where if a girl is born, X from father, X from mother. So ho gaya, wo, then which X is which? No, it can't be known. But X and Y, so Y will be from the father. So that Y chromosome will be protected through the Gotra system. So when he says Atmajam here, Shivji's child is Ganeshji. Going by the Upanishadic saying that father is born as the son. If Shivji is immortal, the son also is immortal, his consciousness. So, Nitantakanta Dantakanti Antakantak Atmajam. You know, when we chant this Ganesha Pancharatnam, till these 4 verses, we chant normal speed. Last 2 are chanted very fast. Nitantakanta Dantakanti Mantaka Antakatmajam, like that we chant fast. It's nice. If you know the words properly, then it's not a very tongue twisting thing, it's very easy. So, Nitantakanta Dantakanti Mantakantak Atmajam. Achintya Rupam, he is unthinkable. एक सत्संग में किसी का बजना चाहिए, या तो वॉलेंटियर का, जनरली वॉलेंटियर का ही होता है, सत्संग सफल होता है तभी. So the form of Ganeshji itself is unthinkable in the sense very unique form, elephant head and the human body. Symbolism is also deep. Third, Achintya Rupam means, Vedantically speaking, that self is not something that can be thought of and grasped as an object. Achintyam is not an object of thought. The self is the illuminating factor behind the thought, enlivening the thought. So through the thinking one can't grasp. The Upanishad say, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasava. The speech also can't reach there, not even the mind. Meaning, no matter how much description we give, the infinite cannot be fully explained. Only some pointers can be given. And that it is our true self cannot be realized unless we go beyond the thought. So the truth or God cannot come in the realm of thought. But using thought, we lift ourselves to a certain level and then drop the thought, come to realize Achintya Rupam, which is consciousness. So Achintya means that it cannot be thought of as an object as separate from others, so separate from us. Generally, the mind will always think of something and keep itself separate. So if one thinks of, let us say, this computer, one is perceiving, and one thinks about the quality. So the mind is separate, this computer is separate. Same way, any other subject also. Stock market, dance, music, art, literature. Individuality is separate, and then one will know many things. But if the self has to be thought like that, then self can't be realized because it's not an object. The self is that entity because of which the thinking is happening. So, how to know it? Make the mind quiet and transcend the thought. To make the mind quiet, we can use the name of the Lord to do the contemplation on the pointers of the Lord. Any of that one can do. And then finally, that last thing also we drop. Suppose we say Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha, do the chanting of that mantra and make the mind single pointed, then shift from that chanting to the indicative state. Ganesha is a state of consciousness. Drop the chanting. Stay in that state. That is called Achintya Rupam. So using thought, one has gone beyond thought. That state, Achintya Rupam. Then Achintya Rupam, Antahinam. There is no destruction for Ganeshji. Swamiji, what are you saying? हर बार हम अब भी गणपति भगवान को लाए कल डेढ़ परसों एंड डेढ़ दिन में तो उनका विसर्जन भी कर दिया सबने एंड एवरी ईयर वी डू अभी हम करेंगे विसर्जन तो उनका अंत तो हो जाएगा एंड देन हियर इट इज सेड व्हाट अंतहीनम देयर इज नो एंड एंड व्हाई डू वी इवन डू विसर्जन हाउ फनी इट साउंड्स worship the Lord for 10 days and then drown the Lord. You know, people think like that in English when they translate. They say, why are you drowning Bhagwan? As though Bhagwan doesn't know swimming and he is drowning there. Immersion is a different word. Immersion of Bhagwan, one can say. There is no drowning happening. Bhagwan ko duba diya. And all kinds of memes come out of that. जिस भगवान को जो भगवान तुमको तार देगा उसको तुमने डुबा दिया जो भवसागर के पार ले जाएगा उसी को तुमने डुबा दिया लाइक दैट जो स्वयं डूब जाता है वो तुमको कहां से पार ले जाएगा all kinds of confusion the missionaries also some of them they create and then they confuse the people कि हाँ हाँ भगवान तो डूब गया वो कैसे हमारा पार करेंगे confusion. And here it is said what? Antahinam. So why is Visarjan even done? First of all, the word is Visarjan. Sarjan means Srishti. Visarjan means Vilay. One meaning is that where the form will merge back into the source. So Srishti is from manifest to unmanifest. No, unmanifest to manifest is Srishti. And then Vilay is what? From manifest to unmanifest. Which will again lead to another manifestation. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. What is born will perish, what will perish will be born again. So that is at the physical level also we will see that happening. Suppose the seed is there, the seed perishes, becomes a plant. A plant grows and as the plant grows, what will happen? Slowly that plant will flower, flower will give fruit, fruit will again have a seed. So this cycle will go on. different reasons why we do Visarjan. One is to know the fact that nothing is permanent in this world. Even Bhagwan, if he takes a form, has to drop the form. So one can't be attached to anything because everything is temporary. The faster we come to realize this, the greater is our vairagya, the better is our anchoring in the divine. And small children, they get introduced to this concept so early because of the Visarjan. If you have 10 days in the house and child loves Ganpati, and then after that you have to do the Visarjan of that Ganpati, the child is very attached to that. But then very early the child gets to learn, Acha, Ganpati Bappa will go in this form, but he is there in our house in all the other forms. And he will again come in a new form next year. So that understanding of detachment becomes very strong. So Visarjan is to accept that fact. Visarjan is to know that there is a understanding of detachment and attachment. And if we get attached, we will be miserable. If we learn to let go, we will be happy. And Visarjan also is a celebration. We celebrate. Why? Because our journey has moved to the next level. From the form, we are moving to the formless. Ganeshji's form, we worship 10 days, make the mind quiet, and then realize what? Tameva pratyaksham tattvamasi. That infinite consciousness. So we celebrate, form is done. When you reach the destination, suppose you reach in a flight from here to Leh Ladakh, suppose you've gone. You land in Leh. What will you do? Will you sit in the plane only? Saying it's such a lovely plane. I love this plane. I paid for this seat. It's such a nice place, nice, comfortable, cozy. I don't want to leave this. You leave and get out. Happily one will go out. Why? So I reached my destination. Time to go to the next one. If I keep sitting there, I will miss out. So I use the form. And please understand, when we say use the form, doesn't mean that form is some support and there is no form like that really existing. Meaning that particular phase of sadhana where form was worshipped, now that phase of sadhana is over. Now one graduates to the next one. Any graduation we celebrate or not. Our way of celebrating from form to formless is let go of the form and enjoy. Do contemplation. People actually think ulta. 10 दिन बाप रे बहुत टाइट हो गया स्वामी जी स्केड्यूल, सुबह शाम इतना आरती वारती सब करके अब हम जरा रिलैक्स करें. So after 10 days they don't do worship. We are supposed to worship the formless after the 10 days. नहीं स्वामी जी उसके बाद पितृपक्ष आ जाता है, so we have to worship the ancestors. That you anyway worship ancestors on the particular tithi, but otherwise worship the formless. Or at least worship the form in the house. Human mind requires some excuse not to worship. And Shastra will say that it will take away all excuses and make us worship. Otherwise, what difference does it make? You bring Ganpati for 1 day or 10 days. Instead of engaging more in worship, our mind thinks of minimizing everything. अभी 1.5 days के लिए करते हैं. After some time, you will see it will become 1.5 hour. The kind of space of life which is there. After some time, they will say no need of the form also. On the computer only we will invoke on this particular day. This Ganpati will manifest there, and then you click. So flower offered. वो तो अभी भी चल रहा है. On कंप्यूटर में पूजा तो चल ही रहा है. ऐप में लगा दो तो वहां से फ्लावर भी चढ़ जाता है. फिर टिक करो तो अगरबत्ती लग जाता है. So like that, people will say now 1.5 hours is enough. भगवान को लाओ, पूजा करो, विसर्जन करो, हो गया काम. Why? Because we have other things to do. हम आए किसके लिए यहाँ पे? We came on the earth to realize our divine nature. That if we forget, as we grow in age, what should happen more and more? full bhav must be towards Bhagwan. Whole day what I am doing is dedicated to Bhagwan. Morning worship of Bhagwan, evening worship of Bhagwan, or do some meditation in the morning, do some puja. Full day has to be filled with Bhagwan. As of now, it will be ulta. Full day, everything else, little time I have for Bhagwan. That's why Vaman Avatar story is very important. Bhagwan takes 3 steps in Vardhan and then he grows to cover everything with 2 steps. Which means what? The third step, when he has to take, Bali Raja has to bow down. Bali Raja offers himself. The name Bali means what? Offer. He offered himself. So our mind has to be like that. As we grow in age, the time we give for the Lord has to increase. Bhagwan must occupy more and more of my time. If it becomes lesser, if you see the ashram vyavastha, it is like that or not? First 50 years is pravritti marg, act and achieve and all that also dedicated to Bhagwan. Then next 50 years what to do? Slowly withdraw from the active life and then focus on what? Travel, Swamiji. Now we lived for the family full time. Now is our time. Now we will travel. Now we will socialize. Now we will enjoy this club, that club. Arey, you can travel wherever you want, but ensure that the day is filled more with Bhagwan's Chintan. That is important. And that's why when we say here that Antahinam is endless, Bhagwan will be endless and realized only when our end will happen. Simple. Ego has to end. If ego ends, we realize endlessness of Bhagwan. If ego is there, then ego will have endless appetite. Ego can end bhakti. Bhakti can end ego. Now we have to choose which will end whom. If ego will end bhakti, because ego wants comfort, ego wants enjoyment, ego wants indulgence, ego wants extrovertedness, ego will end bhakti. थोड़ा थोड़ा it will do ऊपर से बस हो गया. Swamiji, I light a lamp every day. That's enough, no? Are you? It's enough means it depends on you. Bhagwan doesn't need anything that we are doing. Bhagwan is anyway Purnam. What we are doing is for our sadhana. So Antahinam, Bhagwan is endless. We will realize our oneness with him, we endlessness, only when we become Ananya Bhakta. Who is Ananya Bhakta? One who remembers Bhagwan alone, who surrenders to the Lord alone. And to become Ananya Bhakta, our ego has to end. What is that beautiful couplet in Hindi, no? जब हम हैं तब प्रभु नहीं, जब प्रभु है हम नाही, प्रेम गली अति साकरी, तामे दो न समाहि. When I am there, then God is not there. When God is there, then I am not there. The lane of love is very narrow. Only one can be there at a time. One can go at a time. Two can't go. So like that. So our end has to happen. So Ananya Bhav is that where one forgets oneself. You know, one nice story is the Radha and Krishna Bhagwan. So Radha is waiting, Krishna Bhagwan is not come. And after some time, finally Krishna Bhagwan comes. So when Krishna Bhagwan comes, and she is very happy for a moment and then she becomes extremely sad. So Krishna says, why are you sad? Now I am here. She says, very nice answer. She says, till you were not there, my thoughts were only on you. Now that you have come, the thought has shifted to I. That how fortunate I am that you have come and I am spending time with you. So my thought shifted from you to I. She recognized that and she is sad. We will feel happy. Krishna is with me. Baki sabko chhod ke he has come with me. For me. Exclusive. Ahankar will rise. So if one thinks more of the Lord and forgets oneself, that is Antahinam. So Antahinam also obviously one literal meaning is what? Bhagavan is indestructible, imperishable as consciousness, the substratum, nothing will destroy him. Antahinam. Antaraya Krintanam. He is the one who destroys all obstacles. Any obstacles that come, he is a destroyer of that. But also remember, Bhagavan is the one who puts obstacles also. You know, the meaning of Bhagavan's name is not only Vigneshwara, does not mean only one who removes obstacle. Vigneshwara also means one who puts obstacles. And that is what I am wondering, Swamiji, from where these obstacles are coming. I think that Bhagavan only is putting this in my path. He puts obstacles on the path of those who are following adharma. He puts obstacles in the path of those who need to wake up. They may be following dharma, but they need to wake up. They need to get some nice wake up calls. Then one comes back on the path of dharma or comes back to the path of seeking the self. So he will put obstacles for our good only. And he is the only one who will help to overcome obstacles. When obstacles are there, then we seek surrender of Bhagavan. Otherwise, we feel I can do everything, then our ego rules. So, Antaraya Krintanam means that one who destroys all obstacles. Then where is he? Hridantare Nirantaram. In the heart at all times. Vasantam, he is staying. Whose heart? Yoginam. Oh, Swamiji, only yogi's heart he stays. Actually, Bhagavan stays in the hearts of all. But he is visible in the heart of the yogi. In other hearts, he is not visible. Why? Because the mind has turned out. If the mind learns to turn within, Bhagavan will be evident. So, Hridantare Nirantaram Vasantameva Yoginam. And who is a yogi? One who has united himself with the divine. One who has integrated the BMI. And then one who has united himself with the divine. Who has lost the sense of ego. That yogi. Otherwise, one will say yogi is what? Somebody who does asanas. One may do asanas, can also be a yogi, but without dropping the ego, one cannot be a yogi in this sense. Tam ekadantam, that ekadanta Bhagavan. So, how many stories are associated with Bhagavan's ekadanta, you know? One simple story all of you know is Mahabharata. So he was writing, he had put a condition that Vedavyasi should not stop. So Vedavyasi was dictating and he is writing Mahabharata. In between what happens? His pen breaks. Now he only put the condition that you should not stop. Now he can't tell him stop, stop. I will go and get the pen. Breaks the tooth, continues to write. That story also shows what? That for a higher purpose, if we have to break something out of our comfort zone, we should be willing to let go. Task is very dear to Ganeshji. He breaks it, starts writing. Any great success can be achieved only then, when we are able to break out of comfort zone. In spiritual path especially. And the job of a teacher is to ensure that the student doesn't get into comfort zone. Anywhere, you've seen any sports, any arts, music, dance, literature, anywhere. If the student gets into comfort zone, the growth of the student will not happen. It will stagnate. In fact, one way deteriorate. So the teacher's job is to push out of comfort zone. Ganeshji shows that when he breaks the task, he writes. And we think that every time we require some pen, ink, all that to write for us. Ganeshji can write with the tusk also. It's not that there's an ink pot and he's dipping the tusk again and again in that and writing. With the tusk only he's writing. Because he's Ishvara, he can do whatever he wants. With the tusk, eternal flow of ink will be there in that. Have you thought earlier how did he write with the tusk? Otherwise there's a wooden pen or a peacock feather which you put in the ink and then you write. Now that broke. So what to do then? Tusk. An elephant tusk is huge. Now that tusk he holds and he writes. Continues to write. On what? That palm leaf. With the tusk is writing on the palm leaf. समझी वो फट जाएगा. That is what is Ishwaratva of Ganeshji. He can write. When we say Maheshwara, he is the Lord, he can do anything. Yesterday we saw. So one story is that. Second story is when Parshuramji fought with him. Ganesh Bhagwan. So Parshuramji got his Parshu, his axe, from Shivji. He pleased Bhagwan Shivji for a long time. He did tapasya and he said that I want to destroy this adharmic Kshatriya. So Bhagwan blessed him with the axe. Then he wanted to meet Bhagwan. Now Bhagwan is in Kailash and he is sitting in meditation there. So he has put Ganeshji as a doorkeeper. That's why Ganeshji is a Rakshak Devata. Bhagwan himself puts Ganeshji as a protector. Shivji, Parvatiji, all of them. So we put Ganeshji outside. Ganeshji and Hanumanji, they are called Rakshak Devatas. Even if you see at Powai, before you enter the temple, on the steps, before the steps start, on the left and right, there is Ganeshji and Hanumanji. So they are called Rakshak Devatas. Even in Vibhuti, you have Hanumanji down and Ganeshji on the top. So the point is, Ganeshji was there standing as a protector. Shivji is meditating. Parshuramji comes. He says, I want to meet Bhagwan Shiva. Take his blessings before I start my mission. Ganeshji said, you wait for some time. His meditation will get over. Then you can go. But Parshuramji is very impatient. He wants to go. Ganeshji said, no, you can't go. So he puts up a staunch resistance. Parshuramji gets very angry and he takes his Parshu and he attacks Ganeshji. And when he throws that Parshu on Ganeshji, it hits his tusk and his tusk breaks. There's a massive sound. And Shivji gets out of his meditation and he sees what happened. He comes out and there Ganeshji, his tusk has fallen. Shivji and Parvatiji both are very angry and upset and Parshuram realizes, Arey, what have I done? My impulsive anger, I couldn't control. So he seeks forgiveness from Ganeshji, saying, I am sorry, I should not have done, but anger took control of me. Please forgive me. So Ganeshji in that moment, even when that tusk has fallen, has broken, he still forgives Parshuramji. When Ganeshji forgives Parshuramji and he says that your mission is divine, I understand, and I bless you with all success in the mission. That's a lesson in humility, that however great my cause may be, selfless my cause may be, if I don't have control over my emotions, I will end up hurting others and myself. So many times it happens even in spiritual field, even in spiritual organizations or not. People come together to serve. Their intention is noble, but they don't have control over their speech, they don't have control over their emotions, their anger, and they can't work together in a team. Finished. Why now you tell me anything I'll do alone. Don't put me in a team. I can't work in a team. Most of the places we find that. They don't want to work in a team. Why? I can't gel with people. Our spirituality will help us to open up, no? We see the same self in all, Madatma, Sarva Bhutatma. So, if we don't have, our intention may be noble, cause may be noble. Parshuramji doesn't want to hurt anybody. Parshuramji wants to ensure that adharmic Kshatriyas are destroyed. There is nothing personal in that for him. But anger came. Impatience was there. Ganeshji forgives him and shows him the power of forgiveness also. Ganeshji doesn't get upset and angry. He doesn't say that, how dare you, attack me, I am only doing my duty, nothing. So, in the earlier shloka, we see one of the words is Kshama. Kshama is the fourth verse. In fourth verse, you have that Kripakaram, Kshama. So, the fifth verse is this. In this Ekadantam. So, Bhagwan Ganesha, he forgives, doesn't hold a grudge against Parshuram. So, Shivji and Parvati ji also are upset with him, but upset with Parshuram ji, but they forgive him, saying it's all right. If Ganesha is forgiven, we wish you success in your mission. And that story ends there. So, Ekadantam, that's another story. Like that, there are quite a few stories for Ekadanta of Ganeshji. So, Ekadantam, then Tamekadantam eva. There is only one Lord who has one tusk like that. Tamekadantam eva. Tam vichintayami santatam. I continuously think about him at all times. So, this is the fifth shloka. Now, if you see in each shloka, there's a different sadhana which is given. 5 shlokas, 5 sadhanas are given actually. First shloka, Namamitam Vinayakam. I salute, I prostrate to Vinayaka. Second shloka, it is said, Ashraye, Tam Ashraye, I take your refuge. So one is to prostrate with hands or do Dandavat. Second is Ashraya, means you go and hold the feet of Bhagwan. People sometimes they do that. When they go and hold the feet of Bhagwan, then they press the feet of Bhagwan. Have you seen? They'll go and do. As a bhav of seva, that I'm serving Bhagwan. So Tamashraye. Then third one, Namaskritam Namaskaromi. I do Namaskar to Bhagwan. Then Bhaje. Bhajan means to sing the glory of Bhagwan, to worship Bhagwan. And Vichintayami means to contemplate. Because Achintya Rupam, Antahinam, Hridantare, all these. So each verse, if you see the sadhana given, will be according to the description of Ganeshji in that verse. Very nice one. Now last one is the sixth verse is the Falashruti. Ganesha Pancharatnam Adarena. One who sings this Ganesha Pancharatnam. Ganesha and Ganesha. So Ganapati and Ganapati. There's a distinction that is made sometimes. Ganapati, Supreme Brahman. And Ganapati has a specific form also. And then that Ganapati takes up various other forms. All these, Lambodara and, this Vinayaka, Vignesha, all that different forms. So you will find there are various descriptions that are given. I'm not going into the details of that, but Ganesha Pancharatnam, this Ganesha Pancharatnam, whoever sings, how? Yonvaham, who chants Prajalpati, who sings, who chants, when? Prabhatake, early morning with great respect, one who chants, one who sings this Ganesha Pancharatnam. How? Remembering Ganeshji in one's heart. So with bhavana one is chanting, not simply mechanically chanting. With feeling one is chanting Ganeshwaram. Then what will one get? Arogatam. One will get freedom from all diseases. Adoshatam. One does not, any limitations one will be able to overcome. Arogatam, Adoshatam. Even sometimes if some false accusations are there on one, that will be removed. On the Bhadrapad Shukla Chaturthi, one is not supposed to see the sun, the moon. If you see the moon, there will be some false accusations on you. Then Ganeshji only will protect. That is the story of Syamantakamani. The Syamantakamani, why you are not supposed to see the moon? Because that moon made fun of Ganeshji. And so Ganeshji cursed the moon. That anybody sees you today, they will get false accusations. Krishna Bhagavan saw. So if some things like this are given, there is a parihar also given. Otherwise we will feel, Hare Baap Re, maine dekh liya, ab iska solution kya hai? You should worship Ganeshji that day. So Krishna Bhagavan saw this form of moon, and he was accused of this Samantakamani. Satrajit had Samantakamani, and this Samantakamani was stolen, and that thief was in the forest, and one lion killed this thief, and this money was a gem in like a necklace form. In a gem, the gem was in a necklace. So that necklace, that lion took. Then the bear fought with the lion, and this money was in the with the bear. Bhagwan Krishna was accused, and he said, "No, I didn't steal this." That he tried to prove, but nobody accepted. That Satyajit didn't accept only. So he went in search, and he found that the money is here. And he went into the cave because there was effulgence coming out of the cave. He knew that that's the money there. He fought with the bear. And you know who was that bear? That bear was Jambavanji. Jambavanji. Jambavanji is so old. In the sense that he is from Vaman Avatar onwards, he has been there. So he fought with Bhagwan because he wanted to fight with Bhagwan. In Ram Avatar, he fought on the side of Bhagwan, with Bhagwan. And he saw Bhagwan's warrior roop. He said, "Now I also want to fight. But Bhagwan won't fight with me because I'm on his side. How will I fight with Bhagwan?" So he waited. In Krishna Avatar, he took this opportunity. He said, "Samantha Kamani, I will take away from this lion. Bhagwan has to come." So Bhagwan fights with him. And Jambanji finally surrenders. He says, I just wanted to fight with you, and I saw your roop now. Thank you very much. You please take this. And he gives his daughter also, Jambavati. Krishna Bhagavan marries Jambavati. Now, why all this happened? Because he saw the moon. Then he worshipped Krishna Bhagavan. He worshipped Ganeshji. And then he got freed from the accusations. He got the money, went and gave it to Satyajit, saying this is what had happened. So like that, any false accusations is there on you, worship Ganeshji, he will help you to remove. Arogatam, adoshatam, susahitim, suputratam. Good literature, especially scriptural literature, one will get exposure to by Ganpatiji's grace. Susahitim. Then suputratam, one will get a good progeny. Samahitayu rashtabhuti, one will get long life, samahita ayu. And ashtabhuti ashtabhutim abhyupaiti, one will get 8 siddhis. What are those 8 siddhis? Become small, become big. Anima, mahima. Garima, become heavy. Laghima, become light. Then prapti, anything one wants, one can attain. Prapti. Then prakamya, one can go into any of the 3 worlds. Ishitva, one can rule the 3 worlds. And Vashitva, one can control anybody. 8 siddhis. If we worship Ganeshji continuously, 8 siddhis one can get. Decide if you want the siddhis, you can pray. In Mumbai, the first 2 siddhis are very important, Anima and Mahima. If we get the siddhi to become small and become big, very nice. We can fit anywhere we like, and we can go quickly, reach our destination, come back. So, arogatam, adoshatam, susahitim, suputratam, samahitayu rashtabhutim, abhyupaiti. So, achirat, quickly. One will get all this quickly. So, this is beautiful Ganapati Atharva Shirsha, and we thank Bhagwan Ganeshji that these 3 days we had Ganesh Utsav. Beautifully it went on. We could do satsang on this. So we will chant the first shloka again as a symbolic gesture that we will continuously study this. Mudakarat modakam sada vimukti sadhakam kaladharavatam sakam vilasi lokarakshakam anayakaikanayakam vinashite bhadaityakam नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामितं विनायकम्. See, these things which are written, na, Falashruti, etc., they are real. One will be blessed. One has to have the Shraddha and Bhagwan's grace, all that will happen. Sometimes we think it's only written for some exaggeration is so that we engage in sadhana. Yes, it will help us to do sadhana, no doubt. But Bhagwan's Kripa, whatever is written, one will get also. So that is that. Now we will do the Visarjan Puja and then we take Bhagwan to the beach. We don't have any Yajman, no? Ah, Nilima, you come. Come and sit. We missed you in the 3 days puja. You can worship Bhagwan, come on. We have one more of this. You can just एक और बना दो ना. Give her. Keep this. Om. Om. Take some. Then bring. Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shachivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadaram Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Sip water 3 times. Om Keshavaya Swaha. Om Narayanaya Swaha. Om Madhavaya Swaha. Close your eyes and put the hand on the ears. Om Govindaya Namaha. Pour some water on yourself and the samagri. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarva Vasthangato Piva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabhahyabhyantara Shuchihi. Om Prithvitvaya Dhrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnuna Dhrita Tvam Chadharaya Mam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam. One pranayam. Touch the hand. Lift the hand, move it clockwise. Om Bhur Swaha. Touch the heart with the left hand, Kalash with the right hand. Om Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Take one flower. Repeat. Om Namo Pasta. Everyone repeat. समस्त दुरितक्षय द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थम अस्मिन् शुभ दिने शुभ तिथौ अस्मिन् शुभ मुहूर्ते श्रद्धा भक्ति ज्ञान वैराग्य प्राप्त्यर्थम विद्या विनय प्राप्त्यर्थम समस्त सन्मंगल अवाप्त्यर्थम समस्त दुरित उपशांत्यर्थम श्री सद्गुरु प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थम च ध्यान आवाहनादि उपचारैः श्री महागणपति विसर्जन पूजां करिष्ये। ओम आगमातं तु देवानां गमनातं तु रक्षसां कुर्वे घण्टारवं तत्र देवताह्वानलक्षणम्। Offer various flowers for all the deities. They will offer. You keep giving to them. Om Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayaravinде Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Kartikeyaya Namaha. Offer some for Kartikeyaji. Give the bel patra for the linga. Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva. ओम दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्. Offer here. ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्म विद्वरम्. Offer for Shakti. ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. ओम वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Now close the eyes, invoke Ganeshji in the heart. ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. Touch the heart with the left hand, Murti's feet with the right hand. Om वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षकम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. आवाहयामि. Offer some flowers. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. आसनार्थे पुष्पं समर्पयामि. 3 times show the water and all. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. पाद्यं समर्पयामि. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. आचमनीयं समर्पयामि. You take that out of the plate. Take a flower, dip in water and sprinkle. ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः. स्नानं समर्पयामि. अभिषेकः गणपति अथर्वशीर्षः. ओम नमस्ते गण. ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमास्तभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः यशेम देवहितं यदायुः. स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववातारम् अवचोधारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवञ्चानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोद्वातात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वमयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वम् अवस्थात्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण वृद्धम् एतत्तवमनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादसन्धानम् सगम्हिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निचृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ते प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणम् रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितम् भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते लम्बोदराय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः. Okay, Falashruti, please chant little faster. Okay, go. एतदथर्वशीर्षं यो धीते स ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते स सर्वविघ्नैर्न बाध्यते स सर्वत्र सुखमेधते स पञ्चमहापापात् प्रमुच्यते सायमधीयानो दिवसकृतं पापं नाशयति प्रातरधीयानो रात्रिकृतं पापं नाशयति सायं प्रातः प्रयुञ्जानो पापो पापो भवति सर्वत्राधियानोपविघ्नो भवति धर्मार्थकाममोक्षं च विन्दति इदमथर्वशीर्षमशिष्याय न देयम् यो यदि मोहात् दास्यति स पापीयान् भवति सहस्रावर्तनाद्यम्यं काममधीते तं तमनेन साधयेत् अनेन गणपतिमभिषिञ्चति स वाग्मी भवति चतुर्थ्या मनश्नन् जपति स विद्यावान् भवति इत्यथर्वणवाक्यं ब्रह्माद्यावरणं विद्यान्न बिभेति कदाचनेति यो दूर्वाङ्कुरैर्यजति स वैश्रवणोपमो भवति यो लाजैर्यजति स यशोवान् भवति यो समेधावान् भवति यो मोदकसहस्रेण यजति स वाञ्छितफलमवाप्नोति यः साध्यसमिद्भिर्यजति स सर्वं लभते स सर्वं लभते अष्टौ ब्राह्मणान् सम्यग् ग्राहयित्वा सूर्यवर्चस्वी भवति सूर्यग्रहे महानद्यां प्रतिमासन्निधौ वा जप्त्वा सिद्धमन्त्रो भवति महाविघ्नात् प्रमुच्यते महादोषात् प्रमुच्यते महाप्रत्यवायात् प्रमुच्यते स सर्वविद्भवति स सर्वविद्भवति य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत् ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। अभिषेकं समर्पयामि। इसको ले जाओ। Do we have a vastram? Vastram. Okay. Okay, take some flowers. Om Shri Mahagणपतये Namaha. Vastrarthe pushpam samarpayami. Offer chandan, kumkum, akshat with water. Chandan with water, rest of it without it. Om Shri Mahagणपतये Namaha. Divya gandhan dharayami. तदुपरि कुङ्कुमं समर्पयामि हरिद्राचूर्णं समर्पयामि सिन्दूरचूर्णं समर्पयामि ऑरेंज अक्षतान् समर्पयामि offer this garland पुष्पमालां धारयामि We do 16 names of Ganeshji as the Archana. So you can repeat also. Om Sumukhaya Namaha. Om Ekadantaya Namaha. Om Kapilaya Namaha. Om Gajakarnakaya Namaha. Om Lambodharaya Namaha. Om Vikataya Namaha. Om Vighnarajaya Namaha. Om Ganadhipaya Namaha. Om Dhumraketave Namaha. Om Ganadhyakshaya Namaha. Om Bhalachandraya Namaha. Om Gajananaya Namaha. Om Vakratundaya Namaha. Om Shurpakarnaya Namaha. Om Herambaya Namaha. Om Skandapurvajaya Namaha. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Archanam Samarpayami. Light. You can light from there. Matches is here. No, no, it's here. I'll light her. Om वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतगन्धर्वतमः आधेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि Show this lamp. ॐ दीपं गृहाण देवेश वर्तेकसमन्वितं मन्त्रकार्ये नमस्तुभ्यम् अज्ञाननिवर्तय ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः दीपं सन्दर्शयामि Chant Gayatri mantra and sprinkle water on this. Om Bhurbhuvaswah. Om Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Offer one Durva on each. Hold some flowers in the hand and offer the Naivedya to Bhagavan. Om Naivedyam Grahyatam Deva Bhaktim Me Hyachalam Kuru Ipsitam Me Varam Dehi Nitya Tripta Namostute. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha Naivedyam Nivedayami. Om Pranaya Swaha. Om Apanaya Swaha. Om Vyanaya Swaha. Om Udanaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Brahmane Swaha. So water three times, offering the plate. Madhye madhye swadodakam samarpayami, hastamukha prakshalanam samarpayami, punarachamaniyam samarpayami. Aarti.
करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि।
सुखकर्ता दुःखहर्ता वार्ता विघ्नाची दुर्वी पुरवी प्रेम कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर कुटिशेंदुराची कंठी झळके माळ मुक्ता फळांची।
जय देव जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती हो श्री मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती। जय देव जय देव
रत्न खचित फरा तुझ गौरी कुमरा चंदनाची उडी कुंकुम केशरा हिरे जडित मुकुट शोभतो बरा ऋणझुणती नुपुरे चरणी घागरिया।
जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती हो श्री मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती। जय देव जय देव
लंबोदर पीतांबर फणिवर बंधना सरळ सोंड वक्रतुंड त्रिनयना दास रामाचा वाट पाहे सदना संकटी पावावे निर्वाणी रक्षावे सुरवर वंदना।
जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती हो श्री मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती। जय देव कलिंगडांगण वंदीन चरण डळन पाहिन रूप तुझे प्रेमे अलिंगन आनंद पूजन भावे वाळिन म्हणे नमा त्वमेव माता पिता त्वमेव बंधु सखा त्वमेव विद्या त्वमेव सर्वं त्वमेव देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रिये वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायति समर्पयामि। अच्युतं केशवं राम नारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे। हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे।
Light the camphor. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम् नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। बोलो गणपति बाप्पा मंगल मूर्ति सिद्धि विनायक स्वामी की चिन्मय प्रकाश गणाधीश की श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। Circle the water, put it in the plate. Take some flowers, offer it to Bhagavan. Om Shri Mahagणपतये नमः। हाँ, do it. Water you can take enough. मंगल नीराजनम समर्पयामि। Do the pradakshina now. Om यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिण पदे पदे। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। प्रदक्षिण नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि। Take some flowers with the hands. Om Yopam Pushpam Veda Pushpavan Prajavan Pashuman Bhavati Chandrama Vapam Pushpam Pushpavan Prajavan Pashuman Bhavati Ya Evam Veda Yopam Ayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha। वेदोक्त मंत्र पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। दक्षिणार्थे पुष्पं समर्पयामि। For Rajopachar, we will sing the Sankatanashana Ganapati Stotram. That is on the last page. प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरे नित्यम् आयुकामार्थसिद्धये। प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजं च धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टकं नवमं भालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं प्रभो। विद्यार्थी लभते विद्यां धनार्थी लभते धनम् पुत्रार्थी लभते पुत्रान् मोक्षार्थी लभते गतिम्। गणपति स्तोत्रं षड्भिर्मासै फलं लभेत् संवत्सरेण सिद्धिं च लभते नात्र संशयः। अष्टभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यश्च लिखित्वा यः समर्पयेत् तस्य विद्या भवेत् सर्वा गणेशस्य प्रसादतः। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। समस्त राजोपचारान् समर्पयामि। ओम आवाहनं न जानामि न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि अद्य सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। Take some water in the right hand. अनया पूजया रिपीट सर्वात्मकः श्री महागणपतिः प्रीयताम्। ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। उद्वासनम् यथास्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि तदिग्विमोक्षः। ओम भूर्भुवः सुवरों ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। Hare Om. Okay, now quickly you can come, offer the flowers, take the prasad, then we will take Bhagwan for the Visarjan. Prasad dete jao sabko, please. Do you have an extra prasad for Mukhe Yajman? Whatever prasad is there. इसमें क्या है? हाँ डाल दो। चले जाना। Yeah. Oh, sorry. जलजा अम्मा आ जाओ। हरि ओम। Nilima, you offer the flowers. Whoever wants, take those flowers. Things. Where's that basket of flowers? Ah, this one, yeah. Can offer. That's okay. Why not? You are the new president. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Ganesh Utsav concludes today. Thank you for joining us here. Hari Om.